Hi, this is Camille with his daughter, and today I am standing in our lobby next to our sweet tub. And today I'm going to teach you a little bit about how we make our baby soap. So come along for the ride.
Hello all, and welcome to our handcrafted baby soap video. So as you can see, the owner Felicia is adding palm oil into the pot where we're going to melt it, and then she's also going to add coconut oil as well. Now this baby soap is primarily olive oil, which makes it very, very soothing to the skin because of the olive oil. But we just have to melt the palm and the coconut oil because we don't want to compromise them in any way, and melting them over the stove helps us not compromise them. So as you can see, we're just melting them on the stove, but a little bit about our baby soap in the meantime. This soap is intended to gently soothe skin. It can be used for babies or even simply just people with very, very sensitive skin. The ingredients in it are intended to soothe, and we have a scented as well as an unscented bar. So now that our oils are almost completely melted, we're going to add in our olive oil and then move on to the next step. So what you're watching right now is owner Felicia pouring in the lye to her melted oil mixture, and then she's going to use the immersion blender to mix all that together thoroughly. Once the mixture is completely combined and all together, then we add in our all-natural calendula that is grown by us here at His Daughter, and we'll mix that in until that is completely together. So now that everything is completely mixed together in our pot, we're going to first pour our unscented bar into the mold. So she has yet to add any essential oils to the soap now, because we have the option of an unscented and a scented bar. So she's just pouring it into the mold, and then she'll shake it out in order to level the soap. Then what she's going to do is move that out of the way, and then we're going to get to our scented bar. So in order to prepare our scented bar, she's going to have to measure out each of our essential oils. So first she uses lavender, and as you can see, she's using the scale to measure it. And then once our lavender has been added, she's going to pour in some tea tree. And then once we've added our tea tree, she's going to add some lemon. And then finally, she's going to add some Litsia. And every single one of these essential oils is food grade, and she sources them specifically. So she's going to add her essential oils to the soap, and then she's going to use the immersion blender again to mix that up. So she's just mixing away, trying to get all the oils completely combined in the pot. And so now once she's finished with that, then she's going to pour that into the mold. And in order to prepare our molds for loaves of soap, we oil them with olive oil to prevent them from sticking. So you can see she just poured the whole batch in there. And then what she does is she'll cover them with a towel, and we'll let them set for a couple days before we pop them out of the mold, trim them, and cut them.
The next morning.
Alrighty then, back and better than ever. Here I am removing the sides of our soap molds, and then I'm just taking each bar, which have a silicone liner around them, and putting them on the tray. So this first bar is our unscented bar, and I'm just removing from the silicone liner. So then once we remove them from the silicone liners, then we'll move on to the next bar. And this bar is a little bit more on the softer side because of all the essential oils we put into it, rather than the unscented, which doesn't have those oils in it. So this one is a little more tedious to get out. However, it smells really, really good, I have to say. So then once we get both bars out of the molds, then what we'll do is we'll take our liners and wash those out and prepare us for the next batch of soap. It is trimming time. So before we trim each loaf of soap, we spray them down with alcohol so that they trim easier and it doesn't damage the soap at all. So as you can see, I'm just trimming it with a knife, and what this does is it makes our soap bars look cleaner and nicer. Overall, it's a super satisfying project to do and to watch. But so we're just trimming each side, and then once that's complete, then we'll go to cutting them. After a couple hours, the bars have had time to dry, and now they are ready to be cut. So what we do is we prep the surface with spraying alcohol, just so that they cut a little bit easier. And then we tighten the strings on our soap cutter beforehand, so that it'll cut through each soap bar very nicely. And so then, as you can see, we cut the unscented bar first, and then I will go ahead and cut the scented bar after that. Once we've cut both bars and they have had time to set up a little bit more, then we start to package them. So when we package our soaps, we put them into these cute little silk bags, and then we'll put the labels on the top, and then we'll put a barcode on the back so that it's easier for us when we check you out. Stop on out to his daughter if you'd like to get this bar for yourself.